Prediction, and he sticks with it. It's homecoming in Norman as the Jayhawks and Sooners continue the longest uninterrupted rivalry in 1A. Kansas smarting after a loss at Utah. Oklahoma really smarting after 3 losses to WAC teams. The young Sooners carry a school record 6-game losing streak into this game. It's a very tough stretch in their schedule that's coming up now. OU hasn't even led a game at any point since last October. As the worst season in Oklahoma history looms, the famous Sooners swagger has become a stagger. But for a change, the Sooner Nation is sticking together and searching for hope.
As we went 0-3, you know, it's very tough. You know, it's been hard for me to fathom.
I don't think there's a simple way to explain what's going on this past 8 weeks.
It's a shame that you have to lose to learn how to win. And the mistakes with young kids, but that's part of it. And hopefully we'll win some games before the season's over.
John Blake never imagined his dream job would be this tough. But then Blake has never barnstormed the state making bold predictions, a fatal mistake by his predecessor.
You know, it seems amazing, but it was exactly a year ago this week. Our College Game Day set was right here. The Sooners were playing another unbeaten top 10 team in Colorado. Confidence was very high. Howard Schellenberger was telling folks what they wanted to hear. He was talking about a 7th national championship, about a football team they would write books about, make movies about.
Well, when I talk about national championship, instead of seeing people do this, I see people doing this.
But the head shaking began soon after, as the overrated Sooners became shakier by the quarter.
Howard Schellenberger's ball club just coughing up a 4th and 2 situation.
Howard dug his own grave. He came in to a situation and misjudged talent. And if he didn't misjudge talent, he flat out lied to the public.
We've been in denial here for a while. You know, we just can't believe that we're in this position. It's taken us time to get here, Chris. This just didn't happen overnight.
Enter Blake, ex-OU nose tackle, who was hired as Barry Switzer's liaison to the players and later followed him to the Cowboys. Brian Bosworth credits Blake with keeping him and other Sooners out of trouble. But after Blake's first OU coaching stint ended at '87, anarchy reigned.
I know what it takes to win a national title, and I know what it takes to be in a top 10, but I also know the embarrassment you can have that you win those goals, and the next day you have disaster in your program because of kids being on drugs, or someone getting shot, or someone doing something illegal.
So Blake sees himself as counselor, confidant, and role model. He's perhaps the only football coach ever to publicly quote Hillary Rodham Clinton.
To raise a happy, healthy, and hopeful child, it takes a family.
Blake says it will take the whole Sooner family to raise the football program back. But he knows the same folks who turned on Gary Gibbs, then Schellenberger, will eventually demand wins.
My purpose when I step on that football field is to win. I've been a winner all my life. I said I'm a coach harder than anyone. I think I know X and O's better than anyone. I can just recruit just as good as anyone. My goal is to go out there and win football games.
What he's establishing now doesn't relate to victories right now. It does in the future, because that comes with acquisition of talent and doing the things that they're doing right now.
What no one knows, how soon these Sooners can be taught what the great OU teams always knew, that they would win.
This program was built on confidence. From the Bud Wilkinson days through the Barry Switzer days, this program was built on confidence and pulling out games from behind or going out and laying half 100 on people because you were better than they were.
You know, I don't think there's a fear factor on the other side. And the thing that concerns us as coaches is there's not that confidence factor on our part. You know, that was one of the first things I noticed when I stepped foot on campus was a lack of confidence that you know, hey, we're Oklahoma. You know, we can do whatever we need to do to get it done. And we've got to get that back as coaches.
These are sobering times on campus and across a proud state.
When you have to look forward to a game with Oklahoma State as your only possibility of a win, you know your self-esteem's a little low. There's no swagger, no, you know, walking back with your chest stuck out anymore.
The Sooners themselves remain surprisingly upbeat, but urgency is growing.
You know, there comes a point in time, and it needs to be soon, that the young guys step up and start playing like veterans.
Have you been able to push out of your mind what people are now saying is possible, the ultimate nightmare, a winless season here?
Oh, yeah, that's not even a thought of mine, because I know that we're going to win some football games before this season is over with.
People are all taking shots at Oklahoma, and I think they deserve it. We had our shots back, but they need to do it now. because Oklahoma's going to be back. We'll have our chance again.